Good morning, students. Today we are going to see chapter 5 Python variables and operators. Already we learned about chapter 5 Python variables and operators. Now we are going to see just a revision. So, first one is learning objectives. After studying chapter, you will be able to use of graphical user interface and ideal environment, that is integrated development learning environment for creating Python programs, and also to know work in interactive and script mode programming, then create and assign values to variables, and also understand the concept of different data types and different types of operators like arithmetic, relational and logical, then creating Python operations and statements. Here operation is nothing but some expressions, by using some expressions and statements. Next we are going to see introduction part. Python is a general purpose programming language created by Guido van Rossum from CWI, that is Centrum Wiskunde and Informatica, which is a national research institute for mathematics and computer science in Netherlands. The language was released in 1991, and Python got its name from a BBC comedy series from 70s, Monty Python's Flying Circus. It supports both procedural and object-oriented programming approaches. Here procedural means set of commands, object-oriented means set of objects in the form of fields and methods. We are going to expecting, considering the exam point of view, most of the 1 mark questions asked from the introduction part. So concentrate 1 marks about introduction part. Next one is key features of Python. It's a general purpose programming language which can be used for both scientific and non-scientific programming. Here scientific means it can be used for mathematical formulas and matrices like Fortran, MATLAB. Next one is non-scientific programming, means it going to be execute based on a decision making, that's knowledge based. Second one is it's a platform independent programming language, that is it can be run on any operating system. Third one is the programs written in Python are easily readable and understand. Next one is we are going to see how to download and install Python software. The version 3.x of Python IDLE, that is integrated development learning environment, it's used to develop and run Python code from the web source www.python.org. Generally, in Python programming can be written in two ways, namely interactive mode and script mode. In interactive mode, allows us to write codes in Python command prompt. This command prompt indicates the interpreter is ready to accept instructions. Therefore, the Python prompt on the screen means IDLE is working in interactive mode. And another one is script mode. Here script mode programs can be written and stored as separate file with the extension .py, and executed script mode is used to create and edit the Python source file. First one is interactive mode programming. In interactive mode, Python code can be directly typed and the interpreter displays the results immediately. Here the interactive mode can also be used as a simple calculator. How we invoke the Python IDLE? First, go to the start. Next, click all programs. Then click your Python version like Python 3.4 or 3.5 or 3.8 like that. After clicking this, it shows the IDLE window. Just click IDLE Python 3.4 or 3.6 or 3.8, anything which you can download. Or otherwise, another way is Click Python icon on the desktop if available. Now Python idle window appears as shown in the figure 5.1. It indicates the prompt and menu bar and title bar. Already we know the prompt indicates that interpreter is ready to accept instructions. Therefore, the prompt on the screen means idle is working in interactive mode. Now let us try a simple calculator program. That is 5 plus 10, that is 15. 5 plus 10, 5 plus 50 asterisk 10, that is 505. 5 asterisk 2 is equal to 25. Next example 2, just given the statement by using print statement. So here print statement just display the results immediately. Print of Python programming language, just print the statement Python programming language. X equal to 10, y is equal to 20, z is equal to x plus y. Print of the sum equal to, that is the sum of z. Next, see the Python interactive window. X equal to 10, y is equal to 20, z is equal to x plus y. Print of sum, the sum is equal to 30. Next program is script mode programming. Basically, a script is a text file containing the Python statements. Python scripts are reusable code. Once the script is created, it can be used again and again without retyping it. In script mode programming, we are concentrate about three processes. First, how to creating scripts in Python. After creating the scripts, how to save the file. After save the file, how to execute. So, in your exam point of view, this is your book back 5 mark question. It's very, very important. From the script mode programming, mark it from the script is a text file containing Python statement, and also till with executing the Python script, and also you have to draw the screenshot also. First one is creating scripts in Python. Choose file, click new file or press Ctrl plus N in the Python shell window. See the figure 5.3. Next step is an untitled blank script text editor will be displayed on the screen. After displayed the screen, then we type the following code. Just A is equal to 100, B is equal to 350, C is equal to A plus B. Print of the sum equal to C. After typing the program, the next step is we have to save. Choose file, save or press Ctrl plus S. Save, Ctrl plus S. Next one is now save as dialog box appears on the screen. It denotes .extension.py Python file. Save with the extension .py and the file location is Python folder. In the save as dialog box, select the location where you want to save your Python code and type the file name in the file name box. Python files are defaultly saved with the extension .py. Thus, while creating scripts using Python script editor, no need to specify the file extension. Then click save button to save your Python script. After save your Python script, we want to execute. Next step is executing Python script. Choose run module or press Ctrl plus S. Suppose if your code has any error, it will be shown in red color in idle window. Python describe the type of the error occur. To correct this errors, go to back script editor, make corrections, then save the file using Ctrl plus S or file to save. Most probably, Python shows error of some indentation. Indentation means white spaces. This is the one of the most error. Next one is for all error free code, the output will disappear in the idle window of Python as shown in the figure 5.8. Students, in your book back question, script mode programming is a important 5 mark from the script mode programming. From a script mode is a text file. Starting from a script is a text file till with page number 52. For all error free code, the output will appear in the idle window of Python. The next one is input and output function. This one is another 5 mark question. First one is input. Already we know what is mean by input and what is mean by output. The input is nothing but help to enter the data at runtime by the user. The output, it displays the result of the user entered data. So here the input and output. Here the output function, it denotes the print function. In Python, print function is used to display result on the screen. The syntax is print of string to be displayed as output. Just you typed, it shows print of string to be displayed as output. Here the output is string to be displayed as output. And next one is print of variable. It denotes the variable. Next one is print of variable. See the second example, double quotes is missing. If a string it's enclosed within a double quotes, so just put by double quotes. And third one is print of string to be displayed as output comma variable. And run the following codes in your both mobile app as well as the Python from your Windows. Next example is print of welcome to Python programming. Here just print the statement welcome to Python programming. Next type it shows the Python prompt. So these examples are going to run in the Python interactive window. Students, you must know when the Python prompt shows the programs we are going to run in interactive mode. Without prompt, we are going to run in the script mode. The print evaluates the expression before printing it on the monitor. This print displays the entire statement which is specified with printer. Here comma is used as a separator in print to print more than one item. This is important 1 more question. Just mark it. Next one is input function. In Python, input function is used to accept data as input at runtime. Here the syntax is variable is equal to input of prompt string. Here prompt screen is the statement or message to the user to know about what input can given. Prompt screen நாம் user என்ன input கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறது தான் என்னன்னா prompt screen. If a prompt screen is used, it's displayed on the monitor. The user can provide expected data from the input device. Here the input takes whatever is typed from the keyboard and stores the entered data in the given variable. If the prompt string is not given in the input, no message is displayed on the screen. Thus, the user will not know what is to be typed as input. See the example 1. City equal to input, enter your string. Here, enter your string is prompt string. Enter your city, that is Madurai. Here, enter your city means Madurai. So, the user know definitely here enter some city name. Next one is print of I am from comma city. So I am from Madurai. See the example, input without prompt string. So input without prompt string means city equal to input. Here there is no prompt string. Here they gave name Rajarajan. Rajarajan is not a city name, it's a person name. Next one is I am from comma city. That means I am from Rajarajan. Note the example 2. the input is not having any prompt string, so the user will not know what is to be typed as input. If the user inputs irrelevant data as given in the above example, then the output will be unexpected. So to make your program more interactive, provide prompt string with input. The input function accepts all data as strings or characters but not as numbers. If a numerical data is entered, it should be explicitly converted into numeric data type. The int function is used to convert string data as integer data explicitly. Here it's nothing but input la நீ என்ன டேட்டா டைப் கொடுக்குறியோ அந்த டேட்டா டைப் தான் இன்புட் கெட் பண்ணும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் எக்ஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு இன்ட் ஆஃப் இன்புட் ஆஃப் என்டர் நம்பர் 1. எக்ஸுங்கிற ஒரு நம்பரில் நீ என்ன வாங்க போகிற, இண்டீஜர், அதாவது இண்டீஜர் மட்டும் வாங்கு. நம்பர்னு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, அதனால் இண்டீஜர் டேட்டா டைப் வாங்கு. சப்போஸ் ஸ்ட்ரிங்குன்னு கொடுத்துருந்தாங்கன்னா எஸ்டிஆர்னு சொல்லி ஸ்ட்ரிங்கை மட்டும் வாங்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்ம ப்ரோக்ராம் கொடுக்குறோம். அப்படி கொடுத்தோன்னா அதுக்கு தகுந்தாற் போல் வாங்குறதுக்காக தான் எக்ஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு இன்ட் ஆஃப் இன்புட் ஆஃப் என்டர் நம்பர் 1, ஒய் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு இன்ட் ஆஃப் இன்புட் ஆஃப் என்டர் நம்பர் 2, print of the sum equal to x plus y. Note the enter number 1 is 34, enter number 2 is 56. Here both 34 and 56 is integers. Just sum, the sum is equal to 90. An alternative method for the above program, x comma y equal to int of input of enter number 1, int of input of enter number 2. Print of x is equal to x, y is equal to y. Then enter number 1 is 30, enter number 2 is 50. X equal to 30, y equal to 50. Here the difference is x comma y. So அங்கே என்னென்னா தனித்தனியாக இன்புட் வாங்கணும், எங்கே ஒரே லைனில் இன்புட் வாங்குகிறோம். ஸோ we are going to see both as the same example, but we are going to programming in a different ways. Next one is students, remind that input and output function, that is input and print function is a important 5-mark question. Mark it starting from the input function. Next one, we are going to see commands in Python. In Python, commands begin with hash symbol. It should be considered as command and ignored by the Python interpreter. First one is, for example, it should be commands may be a single line or no multi-lines. Suppose the multi-line commands should be enclosed with a set of hash symbol as given in the below. See the example, first one begin with hash symbol, it's a single line command. Next one begin with a multi-line command and also end with a multi-line command. Next topic is indentation. It uses white space such as spaces and tabs to define program blocks. For your C++ program, we define the curly braces for denote the indentation. In Python, most probably error, this indentation error. Next one is tokens. Token is your book back 5-mark question. First one is what is mean by token? Python breaks each logical line into a sequence of elementary lexical components is known as tokens. Here the token types are identifiers, keywords, operators, delimiters, literals. White space separation is necessary between tokens, identifiers or keywords. It's an important one-word question, just mark it. Identifiers. Identifier is a name used to identify a variable, function, class, module or object. Here identifier must start with an alphabet for both lowercase or uppercase, either lowercase or uppercase or underscore. Identifier may contain digits. Next one is Python identifiers are case sensitive, that is uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. Identifiers must not be a Python keyword. Python does not allow any punctuation characters. See the valid identifiers, sum, total, underscore marks. See some invalid identifiers, 12, name, etc. Keywords or special words that is recognized by the Python interpreter to define the structure of the program. Next one is false, none, true, etc. Operators in computer programming language, operators are special symbols which represent some computations, that is calculations. The values of an operator is called operands. Operators are categorized as arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, etc. Here, values and variables when used with operator are known as operands. It's an 1 mark question, just mark it. First one is arithmetic operators. An arithmetic operator is a mathematical operator that takes two operands and perform a calculation on them. They are used for simple arithmetic. Just take two operands and perform a calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. See the example. First example, it shows the Python prompt. So if the Python prompt appears, definitely the programs should be run in the interactive window. Then second one is the script window. You write any one example as your wish, whether it's a interactive mode example or script mode programming example. Next one is relational or comparative operator. Here a relational operator is also called as comparative operator, which checks the relationship between two operands. If the relation is true, it returns true, otherwise it returns the false. Operation that is equal to, greater than, lesser than, greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, not equal to, etc. Logical operator is used for perform logical operations like AND or NOT function. Here A equal to 97, B is equal to 35, or means A greater than B. If it is true, just return the result as true. Next one is assignment operator. Here Python equal to is a simple assignment operator to assign values to a variable. See the example, A is equal to 10, A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 10. Assign the value 5 to A and B to 10. This two assignment statement that can also be taken A comma 5, A comma B equal to 5 comma then assigns values 5 and 10 on the right side to the variables A and B respectively. See the example. Next one is conditional operator. It's the important 3 mark question, that is book back, and also this question is asked in previous year public exam. Ternary operator. Ternary operator is also known as the conditional operator that evaluates something based on a condition being true or false. Ternary operator means conditional operator. Next one is it evaluate condition or condition true or false and சொல்லி check பண்ணும். Next one is it simply allows testing a condition in a single line, replacing the multi-line if else, making the code compact. The syntax is variable name equal to on true if test expression, else on false. See the example, min equal to 50 if 49 is lesser than 50, that is else 70, as minimum is equal to 50. Next one is delimiters. Python uses the simple and simple combination as delimiter in expressions, list, dictionary and strings. Next one is literals. Literals is a raw data given in a variable or constants. Here numerical literals denote as digits, that is immutable. Next one is string literal. It's a 3 mark question. It's your book back 3 mark question. In Python, a string literal is a sequence of characters surrounded by quotes. That is even maybe single quote or double quote or triple quotes. For triple quotes, it should be used as a multi-line string. See the example, strings, this is Python, character equal to C, multi-line str. This is a multi-line string with more than one line code. Print of strings, that is just print, this is Python. Print of character, just print the character C. Print of multi-line string, this is a multi-line string with more than one single line code. more than one line code. Boolean literals, in Boolean literals, it can take two values, true or false. Next one is escape sequences. Escape sequences, it denotes backslash is the special character and also is called as the escape sequence character. It representing certain white spaces, slash t, slash n, like that. It's an important 3-mark question. It's your book back question. Next one is Python data types. So all data values in Python are objects, and each object or value has a type. It has built-in or fundamental data types such as number, string, boolean, tuples, list, and dictionaries. Number data type means it denotes the some number objects, whether it may be a integer, floating point numbers, and complex numbers. Integer may be decimal, octal, or hexadecimal. If it is a floating point, it represents the decimal digits. Suppose it's an exponent data. It's your book back 2-mark question. Just mark it. And exponent data contains decimal digit part, decimal point, exponent part, followed by one or more digits. Just write any one example, that is 12.EO4 or 24.EO4. Here complex number is made up of two floating point values, and one for real and another one is imaginary. Boolean data types, it means bool value, it represents only two conditions, whether it's a true or false. String data type, it can be enclosed with single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. And final one is we are going to move points to remember. From the points to remember part, we are going to expecting 1-mark questions. Just read it. Next one is mark the book back 1-mark answers. First question is, who developed Python? That is option B, Guido van Rossum. Second question is, the Python prompt indicates that interpreter is ready to accept instructions. Option A, Python prompt, that is 3 greater simple. Next one is, third one is, which of the following shortcut is used to create Python command prompt? Option D, Ctrl+N. Fourth question is, which of the following character is used to give commands in Python program? Option A, hash. Fifth one is, this symbol is used to print more than one item on a single line. Option C, comma. Sixth question is, which of the following is not a token? Option A, interpreter. And seventh question is, which of the following is not a keyword in Python? Option D, operators. Eighth question is, which of the following is also called as a comparative operator? That is option B, relational. Ninth question is, which of the following is not logical operator? Option D, assignment. 10th question is, which operator is also called as a conditional operator? That is option A, ternary. Part 2. What are the different modes that can be used to test Python program? Take a page number 48 and 49. Answer is interactive mode programming and script mode programming. And the next question is, write short notes on token. Take a page number is 55. Just write it. Start from Python till with literals. Python breaks each logical line into a sequence of elementary lexical components known as tokens. The normal token types are identifiers, keywords, operators, delimiters, and literals. Then third question is, what are the different operators that can be used in Python? Here the different operators that can be used in Python are arithmetic, logical. Take a page number 56. Note operators or categories as arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, and also a conditional operator. Then fourth question is, what is literal? Explain the types of literals. Take a page number 61. Literal is a raw data given in a variable or constant. In Python, there are various types of literals: numeric, string, boolean. Then fifth question is, write short notes on exponent data. Take a page number 64. And exponent data contains decimal digit part, decimal point, exponent part followed by one or more digits. Next 3 more questions. First question, write short notes on arithmetic operator with examples. Take a page number 56. 56, start from an arithmetic operator till with example. You can write any one example. And next one is second question is what are the assignment operators that can be used in Python? Take a page number 59, start from in Python till with examples. Next one is explain ternary operator with example. Start from ternary operator till with example. Write any one example as your wish. It's your wish, like any one example, whether it's a script mode example or it's an interactive mode example. Then fourth question is write short notes on escape sequences with example. Take a page number 63. Start from in Python strings till with box. Next one is what are string literals? Explain. Take a page number 62. Start from in Python till with example. Next one is part 4. 5 more question. Describe in detail the procedure script mode programming. Take a page number 49. Take a page number 49. Start from a script is a text file till with page number 52 example. You must draw all the screenshot diagram also. For example, executing the Python script means just put some margin. Just write the file name demo1.py, file, edit, format, run, option, window, help. Just draw the if executing means run module F5. That's enough. No need to write the full diagram like the minimize window, that and all. Next one is explain input and print function with example. Take a page number 53. Start from a program till with page number 55 example. Have write any one example. Next question is page number 55 to 61. Third question, discuss in detail about tokens in Python. Start from Python till with page number 61 literal. Still with page number 61 literal, you can write just definition. For example, what is mean by identifier. Next one is give any one example for that identifier. That's enough for all the topics. For operator topics, just explain what is mean by operator and what are the different types of operator, and also explain in a single line for all the different types of the operators. That's all. Then fourth question is write short notes on escape sequences with example. Take a page number 63. Start from in Python strings till with box. Next one is what are string literals? Explain. Take a page number 62. Start from in Python till with example. Next one is part 4. 5 more question. Describe in detail the procedure script mode programming. Take a page number 49. Take a page number 49. Start from a script is a text file till with page number 52 example. You must draw all the screenshot diagram also. For example, executing the Python script means just put some margin. Just write the file name demo1.py, file, edit, format, run, option, window, help. Just draw the if executing means run module F5. That's enough. No need to write the full diagram like the minimize window, that and all. Next one is explain input and print function with example. Take a page number 53. Start from a program till with page number 55 example. Have write any one example. Next question is page number 55 to 61. Third question, discuss in detail about tokens in Python. Start from Python till with page number 61 literal. Still with page number 61 literal, you can write just definition. For example, what is mean by identifier. Next one is give any one example for that identifier. That's enough for all the topics. For operator topics, just explain what is mean by operator and what are the different types of operator, and also explain in a single line for all the different types of the operators. That's all.